Alright, welcome everybody to a M340i review. I'd like to thank Bavarian Motor Cars over in Germany for allowing me to review this car and go for a test drive and show you guys what it's all about. Pretty sure many of you are kind of wondering what the difference is between an M3 and an M340i, and I'm no different. This is going to be the first time I've driven this car. And as some of you may know, I previously owned a M3 competition. It's a fantastic car, excellent handling, and just all around just an amazing ride. And let's see how this one compares. In terms of the interior, not too much is different, just no carbon fiber. I'm not sure if there's going to be an option for that or not, but this one doesn't have carbon fiber interior. One thing I did notice immediately was the shifter knob. It is it's kind of like this little nub now for the lesser cars, I guess you could say. But the M3 still has that nice shifter knob. This one just a little nub. But let's go for a ride. Got heads-up display. And we have a few different settings. We have Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. I think we're gonna go into Sport very soon. One thing I do like is that for the temperature gauge, it tells you when it's still warming up. So right now it still says warm up before you go flat out or give it some beans. It's very important to maintain the integrity of the engine, and going too hard too soon, it's not very good. So we're gonna go for a little cruise, see how it does with just the normal default setting, I guess you could say, for how it handles. As you see, the climate menu is still easily accessible. It's higher up. For your field of view to be, in line with the road, whereas some cars are like, it's really low down here. I know, again, people like buttons, but I don't think this is a bad solution to not having any buttons. You can change at any time, adjust it just like a normal button, and bam. It's actually a little bit easier to use compared to the normal buttons, because you can actually see the options a lot more clearly. Whereas like a lot of the cars that I've driven before that have buttons, I have to like really squint, and not really squint, but really look and use a lot of my attention to figure out what my options are. Alright, we're gonna do a quick U-turn before all those cars catch up. Looks like the car's warmed up now. Let's push it into sport mode. Ooh, you got some pops and bangs. I don't know if that's just from the sound system or what, but the graphics on the screen look a lot nicer in Sport Plus as well. So definitely not as much of an acceleration pull as the M3 as expected, but I have to say that for a lesser model, I guess you could say, the acceleration is pretty damn good. This definitely feels like a good option for a car that you're just looking to daily and just have a little bit of extra power, and not looking to track at all. Because it is nice to have high performance even just for daily driving on the road. If you need to pass someone, if you need to make an emergency stop, you have that braking power that's a lot better than just a standard car. I always say that sports cars are much safer cars to drive in, even just for daily driving, than just a regular car. Look at that. What a stunner. Miss that car so much. The car sounds amazing too. Like, I'd even consider getting this just as like a daily over the M3. The M3 is great for dailying, but if you're not looking to track it at all, yeah, this is definitely the car to go with, in my opinion. Wow. All right, that pulled a lot harder than the first pull that we did. I'm gonna give it a launch from 0. Wow. All right. I stand corrected. This car has some serious acceleration. It still gives you that feeling like you're getting thrown back into the seat like the M3 does. Not as much as the M3, but this still gives you that sensation of just like almost supercar speeds, it feels like. This is definitely a great daily car in my opinion. I can't say that enough. I'm actually like really impressed with this the more I drive it. The other thing that I did notice when I first got in was the audio sound system. The sound quality is just as good as it was in the M3. I don't know what they did with these LCIs with the iDrive 8, but it definitely sounds a lot better than the iDrive 7. And don't get me wrong, the iDrive 7 sounded amazing. But there's just like some level of clarity that they added to this new sound system. I don't know if it's just like a software thing or a very minor difference, but whatever it is, it sounds really good. I do have to say the braking power is not anywhere close to how the M3 has, or to how the M3 is, but everything else feels right there with like what you'd expect of an M car. And even though this is not an M car, I definitely would say is almost an M car. It's almost one. And that's and I say that in a good way. I'm highly impressed with this car. I really like the M340i, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for something with high performance and you don't plan on going to the track at all. Well then, that was a fun ride. I really enjoyed this car, and I couldn't recommend it more to anyone looking for an entry car. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride along and review. Hopefully it helped you decide whether you wanted one or if you're interested or not. This is definitely would be a fun car for a lot of people to have fun on the street and just to commute to work and go to the grocery store and just add a little bit more excitement. And then also you have that luxury. You have the new iDrive 8 system. It's very visually appealing in my opinion. Of course, it's very subjective, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you around in the next video.